real similar tune that I've been running at Yellow Belly. Added a little bit of RPM on the launch, thinking the track might hold it a little better. Well, this should be a good time. Let's see what the car will do. Coincidentally, I'm going to be lining up apparently with the only other 2J car that I've seen out here, which is this extremely clean Mark IV Supra. This is a stick shift car, and he is not a slow car. Hence the parachute. But I've been chatting with him. It's a beautiful build, a very nice car, way nicer than my own. I just hope I can keep my car in my lane, and we should have a good race. That's a 9-second car, so this ought to be a good showing. You guys, I'm kind of nervous. I haven't made a quarter-mile pass in a long time, maybe a year. I also melted a couple pistons about a year ago doing a quarter-mile pass, so really need to stay on top of my wideband, but hopefully it goes A to B, leaves good. Not sure exactly how good the track is. A lot of cars have been spinning, but also a lot of max effort type stuff going on here today, so I can play into that as well. I have a pretty similar tune-up on this to the one I use at Yellow Belly as far as the launch goes. So let's see what she'll do. Holy shit, what a fucking pass, dude. Well, first pass was a lick, personal best, everything, pretty much. 60 foot was pretty typical, but everything after that, getting it. Cars, getting it. I'm right on the verge of breaking through a potential milestone, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a tiny bit more boost at it, throw a tiny bit more RPMs at the launch, and see if we can hit that number I wanna hit. The track's been pretty good, pretty good. A lot of guys are spinning, but these guys all come out with radials, and they think they're gonna get like radial prep when we got 5,000 cars going down the track. And I don't know anything about radial prep, but I know with my old bias plies, if I can get down Yellow Belly, I can do fine out here. And so far that has been the case. So we're gonna pull up, give it another run. The fella in the Supra that I raced had problems on the launch. He spun on the hip, which is a bummer because I know what he runs, and it should have been a really close race. But he's a stick shift, and stick shift cars struggle with consistency. So anyway, let's see who we pull this time. Nitrous, F-body, big Texas speed motor. the quarter-mile drag strip, and I proved that the car is fast, okay? This didn't really do me any good. These weren't real races. They didn't matter at all. But it was fun, and it was good to go out and set some landmark records for the car and for the chassis and for the program, and that was all very exciting. I don't post times these days. 2 reasons. One, out of respect for my opponents who I race in other situations who don't care to share their times. 2, because once I start sharing what times the car runs, I lose out on half of the races that I could actually be competitive in the Metroplex, because no one wants to race a car that runs close to the same time as them. That's just the way it is. You cannot share this information if you want to be competitive in no-time grudge style racing. If you want to know more about what the car's accomplishments are, follow me on Instagram. You will see a little bit of tidbits here and there. But I'm generally not going to be sharing exact times for the car's best passes. Anyway, a week goes by. I'm looking for a little more action for my next time out. Billy, with the yellow Camaro that I've already grudge raced once for kind of a small prize for the $800 race, hits me up. He wants to do 1,000 aside. And I agree, and we locked that shit in. With these races, it is typical to stipulate a punk out fee for if you can't make the race, and it's usually 10% of the bet. So $1,000 race, $100 punk out is typical. $5,000 race, a $500 punk out, and so on. So at the time that we locked this race in, it was for 1,000 aside with a $100 punk out. Well, Billy keeps messaging me like, let's raise the pot. Let's raise the pot. We can do more. So he's like, I can do up to 3,000. Like, obviously, Billy's changed something. He's not going to get the gap that I gave him last time and then suddenly be willing to do it for triple the money. That doesn't make any sense. So obviously he's made some changes. He thinks they're going to be good. He thinks he can handle old Goldie now. So I'm talking to my team, like, what do y'all want to do? And we come up with $2,000. So now we're at $2,000 aside, $4,000 race. You're not going to see any footage of this race because after I got off work, picked up Goldie, was heading to the track for my $4,000 grudge race, Billy calls me and he's like, hey, I got to pay punk out. I got a fuel pump problem. So I'm like, okay, well, thanks for letting me know. Like, I wasn't at the track yet, so that's courteous of him to let me know so early, so I could really just bail and stay home and chill if I wanted to. But I went ahead and went to the track, made a test pass. It was a good one. The track was pretty loose. It was not a great track. There was a lot of dew. The car was just soaking wet with dew, and the car went a pretty good number at Yellow Belly considering a lousy launch and an imperfect surface. Billy would have been in trouble, I think, but who knows? That race didn't end up happening. Anyway, the story does not end there. I end up locking in a grudge race. The race is against a little GMC Jimmy or Chevy S10 or whatever, a little single cab pickup. That is a nitrous LS, I believe. And I believe he is with the Split Performance Group. So that's who I got locked in. I don't know much about this truck. It was one of my teammates that set it up. But it is $1,100 aside, so we get there, and this is how our $2,200 grudge race goes at Yellow Belly. Greetings, folks. Steve here, and I got my fancy recording glasses on because we got a grudge race. So Goldie's over here in the lanes. We're going to be racing this little S10 GMC Jimmy pickup nitrous LS, I do believe. And we're racing for $1,100 a side, baby. $2,200 pot. Old Goldie's primed and ready, like always, looking good. And this is our opposition right here. I don't know anything about this truck. I don't know anything about it. But got my crew here. Everybody's pitched in a little bit of money, and we're ready to do some gambling. So let's see how it goes. Oh, 1998. Alright, so we got the Datsun, Mr. Steve. Then we got the S10 over there. Good old goose. Motherfucking cap. Boom, baby! We got us a win. And as the underdogs, and honestly, I was way outgunned. I could tell by the way that truck was pulling for the first part of that run that he was way faster than me. That's a fast truck, but they overpowered the track. Goldie held it together, and we had a decent pass and came away with a win, baby. My team gets paid. We're feeling good. Epic night. But unfortunately, it didn't all end there because what happens next is really upsetting. After my pass, I put the car right on the trailer because the track was not good. I didn't feel comfortable. That was the sportiest pass I've ever made in my life. There was a ton of steering. The car just felt like it was floating the whole way down the track. And I trapped a personal best mile an hour on that one too. So we were going very fast and I didn't feel comfortable. I put the car right on the trailer. Well, a couple of the guys still had their cars out there and they were doing some testing, including my guy AJ, who drives Black Mamba, the super fast 1,000 horsepower Camaro. And he makes a test pass that goes really fast and he circles around after a little bit to make another one. His car's been doing fine. He's got traction control and he's got all these nice features that are making the car work really good. But when he pulls around to make a pass a little while after me, things turn bad real fast.
Because there's nothing on the panel with it. It's not like you made it. It's not like countless stuff. Is it bad?
Where's Gerald at? Where's Gerald?
He's right here.
All right.
Y'all ready? Yeah, let's go.
Everybody get back, get back.
Excuse me, everybody. Where y'all security at?
Over there protecting the puddle.
Niggas in Grudge Nation.
Did you have a helmet on? Did you have your helmet?
Hey, everybody, if you're not involved in an accident, you need to get off the track now. Everybody get off the track. More? No, you're good.
It looks good everywhere else. The back looks good.
CO2 bottle still open.
I was standing here.
Not Mamba, no!
Right there. That's it. Everything else was good. Maybe radiator and motor. Full race suspension.
So AJ ends up losing control of Mamba on the big end of the track, definitely going well over 100 miles an hour. Luckily, it wasn't worse. I mean, the car started sliding. Luckily, the momentum stayed heading down track instead of straight towards the wall, and got away with really pretty minor damage. And AJ was totally fine. They checked him for concussion there at the track as standard protocol, and said he felt fine. I'm sure he's feeling a little sore today. The belief at this point is that something busted open or leaked out under the car and got under the tire, just judging by the way that that left rear tire started smoking just really suddenly and the car just darted out of control all of a sudden. I don't think this was a track problem. I do think there was some sort of contamination on the track.
This video was taken as the crew was cleaning up the mess after AJ's wreck. That four-wheeler spun out right where the accident started.
I just know AJ's going to get that car back up and running in no time and be back at it again. So we're very grateful for the way that actually turned out, because it really wasn't that bad. But it is always an exciting time at Yellow Belly. It's not always good, but it's always exciting. But that's all I got for y'all this week. Go ahead and keep track of the progress. We got more coming at you soon. Not sure if I'm going to do any late night Grudge races anytime soon because of just the crappy track conditions, but I'll probably try to lock something in a little earlier in the day, or maybe at XRP at a track that's a little more consistent this time of year. But that's all. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.